Thank God it's still the weekend. I don't have to make a goddamn stupid video. I can do whatever the hell I want.
What? What's that?
Wait, what? Oh, son of mother.
Oh, great. Guys, we're back. We're back with another episode of the program. Okay, now we're going to start with this.
Okay, guys, we're back with another episode of the beautiful program.
It's time for Person of the Day.
Napoleon is one of the most highly anticipated movies coming to our theatres this November.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay, great. That's right, guys. The Person of the Day today is, what the hell is this guy's name? Napoleon.
Napoleon. He's got a movie coming out.
What's this goddamn movie called? Napoleon. I'm excited to see this movie. I'm a big Ridley Scott fan. What I'm not excited about is it's starting to almost get like kind of suspicious with the cover songs and movie trailer thing.
Sorcerer of death construction. Yeah!
They keep doing this dramatic version of cover songs in movies and movie trailers. So I guess this is some kind of like nostalgia thing that they're doing here. So in honor of that, and I know he's probably watching, Ridley Scott, I re-edited what is the guy's name? Napoleon. I re-edited the Napoleon trailer to really hit that nostalgia button for today's audience, I call it. So can we roll that, please?
Little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side.
Okay, so now that we've got the channel copyright struck, let's get on with the show. Go ahead.
He is an author and professor emeritus of psychology at the University of Toronto, whose online education platform, Peterson Academy, will be available in early 2024.
Oh,
Jordan
great.
Peterson.
Who?
Jordan Peterson.
And she was...
Yeah, you know, so I can't believe this guy's still around, but he is, and this has millions of views.
Jordan T. Peter Pan.
I think you can lay a fair bit of what happened in Israel on Biden's plate.
Oh, okay.
Because I can explain that. I guess I should. Bill, I know that the Saudis were hot to sign the Abraham Accords 2 years ago.
Okay, you sleepy?
And I have more than a sneaking suspicion that the reason they weren't pursued more assiduously because it would have meant giving Trump some credit for something that happened during his term.
Okay.
And I think you can put a fair bit of that at the feet of the Democrats who didn't bring Saudi Arabia into the Abraham Accords when they could have 2 years ago.
Whoa.
And I do think that's why we're in the position we're in right now. And so that's not good. That was a big mistake. Okay. We had a chance there to make peace. And the Saudis were behind the Abraham Accords.
The Abraham Accords.
Okay, so this crap has been getting a ton of views. You know, what is it? Real time with
Iluma.
And Jordy Peterson goes on and on about how this whole situation with Israel and Palestine could have been avoided because of something with the Abraham Accords. And I was like, that sounds familiar. And it sounds familiar because this guy is talking about this all the time.
I think they see the Abraham Accords, which were the most significant step forward towards peace in the Middle East for like 75 years.
Whoa.
They see the Abraham Accords as
The Islam world should move in the direction of the Abraham Accords.
The what?
That would be great for everyone. Okay. We could have a real peace.
Okay.
And I also think that Trump's team should have got a Nobel Peace Prize for it. Wow. I cannot see how you can possibly make a counter-argument to that.
Wow.
I cannot see how you can possibly make a counter-argument to that. Trump's team should have got a Nobel Peace Prize for it.
Little bit of Monica in my life.
No war.
Okay.
Under his administration. And he brought in the Abraham Accords.
Yeah.
Well, I would be pretty happy with another 4 years of no war and an extension of the Abraham Accords. Aftermath of the extraordinary Abraham Accords.
What's that?
Which have laid out the possibility for peace between all the people of the book.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. This is huge if true. Oh, my God. This is a pretty huge claim here by Jordy Peterson. This could have created peace. This could have created peace in the most not peaceful place right now. It's kind of funny. This is such a big claim that's kind of weird that I haven't seen too many people like push back on this guy about this. Maybe because they think it's boring. The Abraham Accord sounds boring. Nobody wants to read about it. I don't. But I did. And now we're going to give this guy
Hi.
a little bit of this.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, enough. So from what I understand, I read as much as I could about this. If I'm wrong, which I very much could be, okay? Goddamn, you put it in the comments. I'll read it. Okay, so putting this very simply and very stupidly, what this Abraham Accord stuff does is it basically says to a bunch of, a handful of Middle Eastern countries, it says, hey, be cool with Israel. And the countries that have signed on to this were already, again, putting this stupidly, basically cool with Israel already. The Abraham Accords is like, hey, some other countries that are not at war with Israel, be cool with Israel, trade with them, also we'll give you a bunch of weapons. So how exactly does that solve the central problem of these two countries being at war, of Israel and Palestine? It doesn't, because this is nonsense. This appears to be, from everything I've read, I spent hours and hours, spent basically 2 days reading about this. It does appear to me, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, that Jordan Peterson is bullshmitting. The other thing about this is that it sounds like what Jordy Peterson is saying is like, well, this guy Trump, he was really creating peace in the Middle East, and then this guy Biden came in and he ruined it. Biden didn't pull out of this thing. He's even said that he supports it. Right-wingers have been talking about this for a while, like way before October 7th. They've been talking about it as a way, like, look at the awesome stuff that Trump has done. It's like, why do you guys support Trump besides that your audience wants to hear it? Oh, he created peace in the Middle East. And now this makes no sense, because right now there's a giant disaster happening in the Middle East. So now it seems like now they're trying to figure out what. But that's what it looks like to me is going on here. A lot of Jordan Peterson's fans are like Trump people. And he's saying, and he's been saying, oh, Trump, you're right. Trump is great. He created peace in the Middle East. There's not peace in the Middle East. It's because of the guy you don't like, Joe Biden. He did something wrong. But anyway, here's our favorite newsman, Tim Pool, talking about this. And he's talking to a libertarian. Okay, this is a guy who I probably disagree with probably on everything about.
I take the crazy orange man.
Who?
Because at the very least, the Abraham Accords.
The Abraham Accords?
Well,
let's fight about the Abraham Accords.
You don't like the Abraham Accords?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Well, first of all, they're not any kind of peace deal.
They're economic deals.
Yeah, the UAE and Bahrain and Sudan and Morocco, none of them were at war with Israel. And the real purpose of it is not generating peace. And these guys have all been working together with the Israelis all along anyway, unofficially.
Oh, jeez.
And then what happened was Jared Kushner went over there and said, what's your price? I have the American people's money in my pocket. I can spend as much of it as I want. So what will it cost, Tim, for you to sell out the Palestinians? And they said, well, we'll take some F-35s and we'll take some more of your tax money and whatever.
Why should I care about Palestine?
Well, Mohammed Atta crashed Flight 11 into the North Tower as
That's kind of an amazing thing that Tim Pool just revealed there, right? Like, this is his whole thing about supporting Trump. This is why I love Trump. He created peace in the Middle East. By the way, the biggest area of non-peace in the Middle East, one side of that conflict, the main conflict in the Middle East, why do I care about them? What? Oh, he created peace in the Middle East. I don't care about that either. Okay. Like, long story short, what this looks like is there's this terrible tragedy going on, and Jordy Peterson gets in front of an audience of millions of people to basically suck around to his fans and to his audience of like, look, this guy Trump, who you guys all love, he did amazing thing. He created peace in the Middle East. And then the guy that you don't like, he ruined it. How? I don't know. I don't know. Just using a tragedy to suck around is what it looks like to me. He's just kind of pandering to them, telling them what they want to hear, which is that the guy they like, Trump, is awesome and all this stuff. I wonder if there's anything else in this Bill Maher interview that millions of people watch to confirm what I think.
But that issue,
Huh?
I feel like that got to something. I'm talking about red states. This has been on the ballot in 7 states.
Okay.
Now, you would guess California, of course, we went through this, Vermont, Kansas, Kentucky, Montana.
Never heard of those places.
Ohio.
Okay.
Even red state people say, you know what, life begins when you can afford it?
Okay, so Bill Maher, he says a lot of stupid shit a lot of the time, but this, is a fair point. Let's see Jordy's response to this. This is an interesting topic. The abortion bans, they failed, even in red states. Interesting topic. Let's see Jordy's response.
I think it'd be convenient for the Democrats if abortion could be the primary issue in the election, but the fact that Trump is so popular seems to indicate that that's not going to work very well.
Okay.
There's a mystery here, right? And the mystery is, at least in part, why he is so popular, despite the fact that he's gone after constantly and he's in court and people are, what would you say, ambivalent about his moral character. Nonetheless, no matter what's thrown at him, he seems to continue to ride high in the polls.
Okay.
I don't think that's an issue
Sucking
the Democrats
around,
have dealt
Jordy.
with seriously at all. And
Stop the
diverting
sucking,
the
Jordy.
conversation to abortion isn't going to change that one bit.
Okay, and then this, and I mean no offense by this. Okay, this is nothing personal, but then this useless little turd Jordy has on his show. What's this guy's name? Kevin something. He's the president of this thing called the Heritage Foundation. If you don't know what that is, I think the best way to describe it is like 90% of the people watching Jordy Peterson's channel, this guy wants to make their life way worse. That's the simplest way. If you want to know more about what they do, literally read anything about them.
And as I delved into that, I learned, much to my shock, I would say, that there was an insistence among social psychologists and then everyone that was influenced by them that there was no such thing as left-wing authoritarianism. That authoritarianism in and of itself was only a conservative phenomena and a right-wing phenomenon. And I really couldn't understand that at all, because the evidence that there's left-wing authoritarianism, to call it compelling is to say almost nothing. I mean, you could make a very strong case, although it's a vicious battle, that left-wing authoritarianism has been responsible for more misery and death in the 20th century than right-wing authoritarianism.
Oh, wow. Oh, great. So this is kind of interesting. This is Jordy talking to this stupid guy. What's his name? Kevin something. And Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, I'm really worried.
Jordan Peterson's really worried about left-wing authoritarianism. And he's talking to a guy who's the president of the Heritage Foundation. I'm curious. What have they been up to?
I gotta be honest. This is terrifying.
What, Kyle?
This is Project 2025.
What's that?
Is this ominous, creepy sounding thing. And you know what? It is ominous and it is creepy. Project 2025 is extremists' new plan to set fire to our democracy. Watchdog Group warns. There's an article about this in PBS as well. Conservatives aim to restructure U.S. government and replace it with Trump's vision.
Okay.
So they had a little gathering in late August.
Really
I
bad.
want to show you in their own words.
Oh, wait a second. What does it say back there? Heritage. Oh, so they're working on this. Oh, that's a really interesting interview that little Jordy's doing there, right? He's like, I'm really worried. He's really worried about this authoritarianism coming from some other side of stuff that's definitely not on his side.
He's definitely not part of it.
There's some other people out there who are doing some authoritarianism, and then he's literally saying that with the president of a foundation on his show who created a 900-page document about doing authoritarianism.
I want to do a very brief intro here.
Oh, here we go. This guy's sucking around for views. Okay, go ahead.
Was at Jordan Peterson's ARC conference last week, ARC, Alliance for Responsible Citizenship, in London, and it was a 3-day event. It was invite only, about 1,500 people from all over.
You're probably going to say it was stupid, this speech. Whoa, wait, what's the title of this? Wait, what's the title of this stupid video? This is easily the most important speech Jordy Peter, what's his name, has ever done. Oh, great, bro.
At the end of the 3-day conference, Jordan Peterson gave a speech. It's about a half-hour speech.
Oh, thank God.
And I think it was the single best speech I have ever heard Jordan give in my life. And as you guys know, I toured with Jordan.
I got to hear that speech.
I got to hear that speech. There's no way to hear that guy talking all the time. I got to hear more of it.
Year and a half, we did about 120 shows together, almost 24 countries, and the speech was just absolutely inspiring. I don't know that there was a dry eye in the entire venue, and I wanted to share it with you with permission from Jordan and his team and ARC, completely unedited,
Oh,
take a look.
Thank you. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Thank you. Okay, so we're about to hear the most important speech. This is... Hold on, I gotta get ready. I'm gonna actually stretch out before I watch this. Hold on, here I go. Okay, let's solve the world's problems. Here we go.
When my son was 1.5 years old,
okay,
I taught him to set the table. But that's not right, because when you're 1.5, you can't set the table.
Okay.
If you take a 2-year-old and you say, clean your room, to a 2-year-old who's in the midst of a room that he's distributed a terrible mess in, and you come back in 15 minutes,
Thank God.
The room will be equally messy.
Thank God
and
for
you'll
the
ask your
speech.
2-year-old, why didn't you clean the room? And he will just look at you. And the reason he will just look at you is because he doesn't know what clean your room means.
Exactly.
So you can take the 2-year-old,
right,
my son in this case, and you can say, hey kid.
Hey kid.
You see that teddy bear?
Let's get to the point.
Now
please.
he's happy about that request, because the spirit that infuses that entire hierarchy
easy.
and that stands at the top is something like the spirit of goodness itself, and that's classically associated with what is highest, and that's traditionally associated with God. And the identity that you have is
Did you write any of this down? You got to write the speeches down sometimes, Jordy. Come on.
Chaos and order.
That's what I've been saying.
Speaks to us of meaning, because that's where meaning is to be found. And that's the other thing to understand about a subsidiary.
This is exactly what I've been saying to strangers at bars.
That was so inspiring that I shit my pants.
Okay. And I don't say that kind of thing lightly, but this is his thing. He started something that's supposed to be like the World Economic Forum, I guess. This is his version of that. It's like, how are we going to do the economy and society? How are we going to do that? And this is how we're going to do it. Those things that he was just saying. I've listened to interviews with
C.K. Louis. C.K. Louis.
I've listened to interviews with C.K. Louis and guys like that who, they're comedians, stand-up comedians, and they're like, yeah, sometimes I'll go into whatever, Caroline's or whatever, and I'll go in, I'll just kind of riff, see where it goes.
See where it goes?
I get the feeling that, this is Jordy's version of that, but it's only, people who paid, $500 or $1,000 to be here, to be at his How Are We Gonna Do Society Fest. And he's just like, I'll just go up there and riff for 24 minutes. So yeah, very interesting and very exciting. This guy, he's still, he's on Bill Maher. He's getting 1 million views on there. How many views? 500,000 in 3 days on this piece of crap.
He's our foremost public lunatic.
I don't have the time nor mental capacity to get out there in front of the public and just say crazy bullshit, So that's what he does. It's very beautiful. He goes out there. What's the stupidest crap, craziest crap I could say? And he says it. There we go. Great. Well, there we go, guys. That's about as much of this guy's crap that I can deal with. This poor guy, I believe he needs help. This guy. I don't know what's going on with him.
Well, guys, it's not our favorite day. It's not our favorite day, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm supposed to say this. I almost forgot to do this. But please, like and subscribe to this goddamn thing. You got to go to the like button and do one of these.
Boom.
You got to look at that like button and go,
what? Shut up.
And then you got to go to the subscribe button and go,
Hi.
To get my ass unshadow banned.
Well, guys.
I'm leaving.
Well, guys, hope you have a good week. Love you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
subscribe on Patreon.
Subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book-a-Blega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston Chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
you could become a producer.
That's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people. It make the show possible. Okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, just wet, disgusting dumpster, behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.